Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. Working from the gun, Garoppolo.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle.
And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep, a former Golden Bear from nearby Cal, Deshaun Jackson. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10.
At their own 22-yard line.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here first and 10
at their own 22. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big pickup of 38.
I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jalen Reagor.
His third touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead.
Jake Elliott on for the point after.
Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. 4-7's the mic. 4-7's the mic. Don't get nervous. 21.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
1st and 10.
George Kittle is easily one of the elite tight ends in the NFL. Back-to-back seasons of 88 and 85 catches. We just saw another one right there. Anytime he lines up on the field, you better treat him as a primary receiver and make sure you have a second guy in the vicinity to try and cover him.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. He's tackled by Jordan Willis.
1-yard gain.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 31. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They're running it. 21. Check. Lucky. Check 31. 11.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down.
Jim. 21. You got nothing to work. You got nothing. 45. Mike, 45. Yeah.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. A little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. That they've got to match them point for point, as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Hurts. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Mostert, the ball carrier.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
3 at the 35-yard line.
Here we go. Watch the twins. Watch the safety creep. Hey, gun. 45's the mic. 45's the mic.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
Ball carrier.
Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 4.
I got you. Check 45.
Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this 1st quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a 2nd time.
65.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Heck of a 4th and short conversion. They end up getting north of 20 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Check 52. 21. Here we go.
From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 5 from the 8. Running the counter with Mostert. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
He was brought down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense has really flown around in the 1st half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Kyle Shanahan's made the decision. They're going on 4th down.
40 seconds to Mike. 40 seconds to Mike. Some got man. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. 21. Here we go.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. start on the ground here at Sanders. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
The ball carrier.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
And now you've got options on second down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
And nothing but daylight ahead. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Marquise Goodwin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Eagles 14. 49ers.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Brings up 3rd and 7.
The Niners on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Garoppolo to his tight end Kittle for a Niner first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. He'll start with a handoff to Sanders. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
The Eagle ball carrier.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Eric Arms.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's Hurts to throw. And this is caught by Jackson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Sean Jackson.
His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
An Eagle first down.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. That'll be caught. Reagor with it. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Reagor, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Elliott on for the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Eagles 21. 49ers nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it, and they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
They'll take over.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
Miles.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
At the 20-yard line. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Eagles.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And Sanders has got it complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
You go back to the second round of the draft, and when Jalen Hurts' name was called, a lot of Philadelphia fans weren't extremely happy about it. But when you see his ability, he can be mobile and make plays out of the pocket, but he's got a much better arm and much more accurate than what people think. Remember, he was raised by his father in the game of football. His dad was his high school coach. This kid is a true gym rat, and he's going to get better every time out.
A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Got a man open. It's Hurts. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
To number 86, Zach Ertz.
Zach Ertz. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles add on to their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Eagles 28. 49ers nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Here we go. He's tired of me. He's tired of us. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. 11.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Kickoff for San Francisco.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And that going to hit in the end zone as we restart things here in the second half with a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to leave the booth.
2nd and 5.
56.
Another run with Sanders. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Taken down at the 33.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Down.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first.
To Zach Ertz.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
First down, Philadelphia.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say on 3rd down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just got to shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. This ball complete to Rager. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Rager, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as his guys continue to pour it on.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
That's got to be a 21.
Once again, it's Mostert. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
31.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
4-7's the mic. 4-7's the mic.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And this one complete to Reed. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
It's 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route.
But how about this, a fake? But he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs.
The 49ers.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. On first down, it's Sanders down to the 25.
Miles Sanders.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
At the 25-yard.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Rager there to make the grab. And the Eagles are pouring it on. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Hey, alert! Alert! Alert!
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll get this one up to the 26. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Nate Gary. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
47 is the mic. 47 is the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
It's just me and you.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Garoppolo looks to throw. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
A gain of 9.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To throw, it's Garoppolo. He's got this to the rookie from ASU, Brandon Ayuk. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one a first down pickup of 8. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Second down at 6 now from the 42.
At the Eagles' 42-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Looking long for his tight end Reed. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 11. There he goes left side. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
11.
Now Garoppolo to try again after the pick 6. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and that'll bring up second down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And that's why that position was created. Big, powerful, strong guy who can carry the ball and plow forward. That's exactly why you have him on the field.
You don't want him. Hey, check Mike 47. Check. 12, fellas. Here we go.
Check. Mike's 47. Mike's 47. And I'm coming after you. 47's the Mike, boys. 47. Check. 47.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
It's 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
47's the Mike.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Running right, here's Sanders. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over this entry mark.
You got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
2 on the play. And this is 3rd down.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They go play action with Hurts. Goodwin able to haul it in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's check.
They'll run on 1st down. Sanders. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
The ball carrier.
At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. Now Garoppolo. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
A loss of 10 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Garoppolo, got to have this one. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's got room. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. He'll fire it deep for Reagor. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Reagor, 42 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points.
The kick is
and he puts it through.
Makes the score Eagles 70. 49.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Niners take over 1st and 10. At their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Garoppolo now. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 33. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles.
Jake Elliott on.
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Niners take over 1st and 10.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Coming up on 2nd and 7. They hand it off to Mostert. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Now 3rd and 5.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah,